Hmm?
You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
So we're here. This is day two. Day two at the hospital. We're now in the step-down unit, which is just a regular floor, not the NICU anymore. And this is Miles. He's 2 days old. Not quite 2 days old. 1 day and 22 hours. About. So, let's see. Let's talk about how. Yeah, he's doing really well now. He's figured out how to eat. He's figured out how to poop.
You couldn't be more comfortable right now.
Look how cute he is. Give him a little light. Put a little light on there. You can see his pretty face. Oh.
Head locked. This light doesn't go on very gradually.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Oh, now we can see him. So, Miles came out a little early. We were very surprised. He's 34 weeks, so he's about 6 weeks earlier than we thought. So 2 days ago, Teresa and I were watching some Twin Peaks on the computer, and Teresa started to feel her back started hurting, and she had just read about going into labor, and so she's like, Andy, I think I'm having contractions, and I'm like, oh, don't be silly, Teresa. You wouldn't be having contractions this early. That must be false labor. You must be having Braxton Hicks contractions or some sort of cramping sensation, I don't know. But you certainly aren't going into labor. And then she started getting more and more uncomfortable, and she hopped in the bathtub, and she was in a lot of pain. So we decided to go into labor and delivery, and I just went in shorts and flip-flops because that's what I was wearing, and I figured we'll be turning around as soon as we get there because whatever's happening will stop. And turns out that she really was in labor, and they admitted us right away, and the triage nurse was really nice, and we got admitted, and unfortunately Teresa, it took a while for the doctor to get in, so she had to keep laboring for a while without her epidural, but once
5 hours.
Good 5 hours, it seemed to be uncomfortable. But once she got the epidural, she
All the way
was...
to like 7 centimeters.
Yeah, she made it all the way to 7 centimeters before she got her epidural. But once she got that, she was feeling pretty good. And probably my favorite resident on my OB-GYN rotation was here, and he, 4th year, the chief, he personally delivered the baby along with, so that was Samson Dottie, Dr. Samson Dottie, could someday be famous, along with Dr. Kostler, the attending, who was also very nice, delivered Miles here.
And Nurse Maggie.
And Nurse Maggie. Maggie was very nice. I think Nurse Maggie was a little new. She was a good coach. And everyone was so impressed with how quick Miles came out after pushing and how little complaining Teresa did. And I was only on labor and delivery for 2 weeks, but her by far was the easiest delivery I saw. And when Miles came out, he cried right away, and he was peeing all over the place right away, and you could tell he was in pretty good shape. Because he was early, Teresa delivered in the OR, just because it was close to the treatment room. So the pediatricians rushed him off right away, but they were pretty happy with what they saw. And but he had to spend a day in the NICU just because of his age. And he did have a couple events where he stopped breathing and he desatted a little bit, but not too bad. But because of that, we're going to be in the transitional unit for at least another 4 days. And if we're lucky, he will, which is good, because he's early, and it's good to keep an eye on him. I don't know where his pacifier is. I'm gonna get him a new one. So we'll be here for a little bit.